What's up guys, Chris here from christhefreelancer.com, and in today's video I want to talk to you about something I've heard referred to as Digital Nomad 2.0. But essentially that is just a buzzword for describing kind of the evolution of living a long-term digital nomad life and kind of where that leads you into an overall picture of what you want your life to look like. So credit where credit's due, I heard about this term Digital Nomad 2.0 from the Travel Like a Boss podcast. Johnny interviewed a friend of mine, Nick Danforth. He's been on this channel before and he actually used to vlog and create content as well, but kind of the evolution he's gone through is he's been traveling and being a digital nomad for more than 5 years now, and he's at a place in his life where he just wants to stay in the one place, and that's what they've done. Him and his wife have settled down in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and they have a place there. They are doing trips throughout the year like a normal person would, but they're not really digital nomads anymore because like I've talked about before, digital nomad implies that you're nomadic. So I guess the second stage of digital nomad lifestyle, or digital nomad 2.0, is this kind of moving on from this idea of digital nomadism. And I know this is strange coming from me because I have a whole channel that's dedicated to the digital nomad lifestyle, and that's been a struggle for me over especially the last year, because I've realized as my obsession with this digital nomad lifestyle decreased a little bit, and I realized that this is just life now. That digital nomadism, or the ability to travel and have that as part of your life, is just one part of the big picture of your life and how you want to design it. And I'm inspired to talk to you guys about this particular idea today because I just got off a conference call with 3 other friends who are all digital nomads, and they also create content, and we formed a bit of a mastermind to kind of help us achieve the next stage. And the next stage for a lot of us is kind of giving up this idea of being a digital nomad. And that's not to say we don't want the freedom to travel and we don't want to be location independent, and not even saying that we won't travel in future, but this whole idea of obsessively being nomadic, or feeling like you have to travel to that next destination to get those Instagram bangers, or create content for that next video. We have decided to move on from that, and I guess it's hard to articulate this into words, but I guess Digital Nomad 2.0, or the change that we're going through right now, is the realization that digital nomad lifestyle is just part of the bigger picture of life. And once you achieve that goal of location independence, you start to think, well, what else is there? Don't get me wrong, that is not a bad problem to have. You've already freed yourself up in one way, but what about financial freedom? What about creative freedom? What about all these different other freedoms and other aspects of your life that you want to design? And so the message that I want to get across in this video is that being a digital nomad is just one aspect of life. And if you want to be location independent, that's awesome. But understand that there are other things in life other than being a digital nomad. And it's cool if you're obsessed with travel at the moment and you just want to do remote work and hit up every country in the world and just go on a travel binge. That is super cool, but I think that once you've been doing this long enough, you'll get to a stage where you wonder why you're traveling, maybe, or maybe you don't even want to travel, but then you push yourself, and maybe it's for social media, and maybe it's for content. And I'm speaking from my own personal experience here, that I have a YouTube channel about traveling and remote work. And so I felt this pressure to go on to the next place and the next place and the next place and cover all these things. But in 2018, for me, I've realized that that is just one freedom, and I want other freedoms such as creative freedom, financial freedom. I want to, expand in other areas of my life. And I guess the second reason why I wanted to do this video is to kind of share where I'm at, so that you can understand where the content for Chris the Freelancer is going to go in future. So following from this idea of, evolving from the digital nomad lifestyle, I want to talk more about success in all areas of your life. I still am going to be location independent. I'm still going to travel to different places, but I don't want to continually talk about the digital nomad lifestyle and have that as be the only thing I talk about. And I've niched down pretty hard on that. And the last book I released, The Digital Nomad's Guide to the World, was kind of like the signing off on that whole part of what I want to do with my life. And I have created enough content now on the digital nomad lifestyle that I think it's time that I expand out of that. And so the types of content that I see myself creating in future is more stuff like this, more stuff where I talk frankly to the camera about the realities of pursuing your ideal life. So I'm going to talk about business. I'm going to talk about, location independence, yes, travel, yes, but also like kind of designing your ideal life and how you get the whole picture down in your head and create that vision. And I haven't got everything figured out, but I just know that I have to expand out of this idea of digital nomadism. And to be honest with you, that's not going to make for the sexiest video. So I do think that the content is going to be mainly blog content from now on. But like I said, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I told you at the end of that My Year as a Digital Nomad video that I would get in touch with you about where we go from here. And that's kind of the stage I'm at. And I just wanted to share it with you guys, share a bit of wisdom from down the path of doing this for 2 years and being connected to other people who have been doing this for even longer, for 4 or 5+ years. And pretty much all the people I know who've been doing it for more than that have pretty much settled in the one place. So it looks like, definitely if you're starting out on your digital nomad journey, or you're starting out working location independently or remotely and you want to travel, by all means go on a huge travel binge, but realize that at the end there is other stuff that you'll have to tackle, and you can save that for another day if you want, but realize that it's part of a bigger picture, and realize that there's other sacrifices you have to make to being a digital nomad, and maybe it's not right for you, or maybe you'll learn from the whole experience and be in a similar position to me and my friends who've been doing this for quite a while now. All right, so that's all I wanted to talk to you about today. Different kind of video and different kind of content than usual. I hope this has been insightful. Let me know your comments in the comments box below. And definitely, if you haven't already, check out my blog, christhefreelancer.com. As I just mentioned, I probably will be creating a lot more blog content this year, so I encourage you to check out that. If you don't see me posting on YouTube, it is probably because I'm spending more time creating content on other areas, and that is probably going to be the blog in 2018. Also, if you're interested in following my craft as a sort of vlogger and video guy and want to follow me along in terms of where I'm heading video-wise, definitely check out my other YouTube channel. It used to be called Chris R. Dodd, then I named it to Chris Dodd Films. Now it's Christopher Dodd, and that'll be more about me and my journey to pursuing my passion of content creation. If you're interested in that, definitely search for Christopher Dodd on YouTube, or just click the link in the description. But otherwise, if you're interested in this idea of location independence and building a business that you can take anywhere and building a life of freedom and those topics around that, definitely stay subscribed to this channel and check out my blog. And I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Click like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.